The Little Mermaid. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful mermaid who lived in the deep blue sea. She was not only beautiful, but also had the most beautiful voice in the world. The mermaid longed for the land beyond the sea, and she often sang while rising to the surface of the water. One night on a full moon, the mermaid went up to the surface of the water, as usual, to watch the passing ships. She saw the largest and most splendid ship and approached it in curiosity. On the deck of the ship, which was bathed in the bright moonlight, a handsome prince from the land came out to enjoy the night breeze.
Who is that handsome man?
She was fascinated by the prince and stared at him for a long time. At that moment, there was a thunderstorm in the sky, and then a high wave rushed to the ship with strong winds and rain. The little mermaid, who was watching this with concern, saw the prince falling off the ship, losing his balance on the deck.
Oh no! He's going to get into trouble!
She rescued the unconscious prince from the sea and took him to a nearby beach. As the prince began to slowly awaken, the little mermaid, not wanting her mermaid appearance to be discovered, hurried back into her underwater world. Since then, the little mermaid longed for the prince, and her desire to become a human grew more earnest. So she sought help from a fearsome sea witch, reputed to have knowledge of every magic under the waves.
Do you truly wish to become a human?
Yes.
Even at the cost of everything you have?
Yes.
Very well. Then give me your beautiful voice. In return, I will give you a potion that will make you human.
The little mermaid hesitated for a moment at the thought of losing her voice.
Your voice will return to you the moment the person you love confesses his love to you. Then you can live happily ever after with him as a human.
At the sea witch's words, the little mermaid eventually traded her voice for a potion and became a human. She then went to the land to find the prince. As it happened, the prince, who was wandering the beach in hopes of recalling the vague memory of the woman who saved him, discovered the little mermaid.
How did such a beautiful woman end up here of all places? You're soaked on such a cold day. You must be freezing.
The prince, not recognizing the transformed little mermaid, first took her to his palace, offering her clothes and a place to stay. The little mermaid was overjoyed to see the prince again, but he did not know that she was the one who had saved him. Even though she had turned into a human, she was still beautiful. But the prince only felt pity for the mute mermaid, and her love for him was never conveyed. As time passed, on the 99th day since the little mermaid turned into a human, the entire palace was in a festive mood. News of the prince's engagement to a princess from a neighboring country spread throughout the kingdom. Upon hearing this news, the little mermaid was consumed with sorrow, staring endlessly at the sea while shedding tears. It was then something was moving in the sea, and soon the little mermaid's sisters emerged from the water's surface.
Poor thing. Sisters!
Here, take this dagger.
What is this? There's something the witch didn't tell you. If you don't get a confession from the person you love within 100 days after turning into a human, you will turn into a bubble.
Tomorrow is the 100th day. Before the sun sets tomorrow, you must stab the prince's heart with this dagger. Then the power of the potion will disappear and you can go back to being a mermaid.
I can't do that. Remember, before the sun sets tomorrow.
After her sisters disappeared back into the sea, the little mermaid held the dagger they had given her and wept for a long time. The next day, the prince and his fiancée were enjoying a boat party on the sea, and the little mermaid was secretly looking at the prince, holding the dagger she had hidden. When her eyes met his, the prince smiled brightly and asked her to dance. The little mermaid smiled back and took the prince's hand. She, who could not speak, confessed her love and said her last goodbyes to the prince with her eyes. The prince was concerned about the little mermaid's sad expression, but he had to say goodbye to her with a sigh to attend his upcoming engagement ceremony. The little mermaid looked at the prince's back for a long time as he left. Then she went up to the deck of the ship. She looked at the sea, which was turning bright as the sun rose.
Can't take the life of someone I love to live.
The sun has risen. The little mermaid, who chose to sacrifice, turned into foam and scattered into the sky.